we talk about lymphatic filarial nematodes, which is caused by Vaucheria bancrofti, mostly accounting for the 90% of the cases, and the another species is Brugia malai, which is account for the 10% of the cases. It is characterized by chronic lymphatic obstruction and fibrosis, ultimately lead to lymphedema, hydrocele, and elephantiasis, most commonly seen in the Southeast Asian and African peoples. In India, India accounts the 40% of the total cases worldwide, mostly in the UP and Jharkhand. So we first talk about Vaucheria bancrofti filariasis. In this we talk about the filariasis caused by Vaucheria bancrofti. So as we know, it is causing above 90% of the cases of the filariasis. The life cycle of this Vaucheria bancrofti, it includes two hosts, which is first is definitive host and second is the intermediate host. Definitive host is the one in which the sexual reproduction of the parasite is done, which means it occur in the man. Intermediate hosts include Culex, female Culex mosquito, and the Culex Cunicu fascicutus is the principal vector for this, and Aedes can also evolve. And one thing is to remember is that Culex bites at night, whereas Aedes bites at daytime. And the L3 filariform larva of this Vaucheria bancrofti is the infective form for the male, and the life cycle includes is that the man get infection by the bite of the mosquito, which transmitting this infective form having L3 filariform larva, which deposit in the skin, and they migrate to the local lymphoid tissue, and in that particular lymphoid tissue the molting occur twice, which ultimately lead to conversion of the larval form to the adult worms. This adult worm resides in the lymphatic system. The male worm is die after fertilization, मतलब fertilization के बाद जो मेल वर्म होगा वो मर जाएगा, और जबकि जो फीमेल वर्म है वो परसिस्ट करेगी 20 ईयर्स तक, एंड वो ले करेगी अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 50,000 microfilari are the first larval. They are the L1 larval stage, which lays about 50,000 microfilari per day by the female worm, and these are microfilari. And again the mosquito bite and take up these microfilari as a blood meal. These microfilari are injected by the mosquito, and the L1 larva, they molt twice to become the L3 larva, and this molting is happen in the thoracic muscle of the mosquito. Thoracic muscle of the क्यूलेक्स मॉस्किटो, मतलब इस क्यूलेक्स मॉस्किटो की थोरेक्स मसल में इसकी मोल्टिंग होगी 2 बार, और ये L1 फॉर्म किस में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा, L3 फॉर्म. दिस L3 फॉर्म इज अगेन रेडी टू इन्फेक्ट द ह्यूमन. नाउ वी टॉक अबाउट व्हाट इज प्री पेटेंट फेज. What is pre-patent period? Pre-patent period is the time period between the infection, means the entry of the L3 larva, means the time period between the infection, means the entry of the L3 larva, and the diagnosis, and we detect the microfilari in the blood, the L1 larval stage. This period is varies from 80 to 140 days, and the extensive incubation period is 7 to 21 days. Now let us talk about the pathogenesis and the pathological changes that happens in a human infected with this Vaucheria bancrofti. Now due to the inflammatory damage to the lymphatics, the pathogenesis result, like we see lymphatic dilatation and thickening of the vessel wall occur, and the infiltration of the plasma cells, eosinophils and macrophages occur at that site of infection. This tortuosity of the lymph vessel lead to the lymphedema of the limbs. Most important बात क्या है कि as long as the worm remain alive inside the lymph vessels, the lymph vessel, although they are swollen, inflamed, but they remain intact. But as the worm die, like as we see in cases of chronic filariasis के केस में क्या होता है कि जो फीमेल वर्म थी, लाइक मेल वर्म तो फर्टिलाइजेशन के तुरंत बाद ही मर जाता है, जबकि जो फीमेल वर्म है वो 20 साल तक परसिस्ट करती है। तो अगर 20 साल तक अगर वो परसिस्ट करती है देन वो डाई, उसके बाद जब वो मरती है देन इट विल लीड टू द इनहेंस्ड ग्रेनुलोमेटस रिएक्शन एंड द फाइब्रोसिस ऑफ दैट लिम्फ वेसल्स and which result in severe lymph obstruction. Now there is a endosymbiosis association seen between the Wuchereria bancrofti and the Wolbachia species. Wolbachia क्या है? It is a Rickettsia group of bacteria. इन दोनों के बीच में एक सिम्बायोसिस देखने को मिलता है जिससे ये दोनों ही अपना फ़ायदा करते हैं. This seen in more in male than female. This start at 5 years and peak at less than 30 years. Now, how the host immune response if so against this? The antigen of the worm presented by the antigen presenting cell to the helper T cells. अब helper T cells के पास दो चीज़ें, या तो वो TH1 response को immune करे या TH2 को. Now, and as we see in microfilarial individuals which are asymptomatic or suffering from the acute stage of filariasis, जो TH1 response होता है that is down regulated, whereas the TH2 response is up regulated. And due to the up regulation of the TH1 response, what we see is that the interleukin 4, 5 and 3 and 10 they are increased, their level increased, and eosinophilia occur, IgE hyper secretion occur, and IG4 which is parasitic specific IgG4 increased. And in case of chronic filariasis जो TH2 का response है, in this case TH1 response is increased which lead to IL4, 5 and 13 increased level, and IgG1, IgG2, IgG3 parasitic specific increase. मतलब हम देख सकते हैं कि एसिम्टोमेटिक और एक्यूट केस में IgG4 का लेवल ज़्यादा है, जबकि IgG1, IgG2 and IgG3 they are increased in the chronic filariasis. Now see the clinical features. The incubation period of this is 8 to 16 months, and clinical features is divided into 3 stages. First, lymphatic filariasis, second, occult filariasis, and third is immune complex mediated manifestation. And this lymphatic filariasis phase is divided into 4 stages. This is divided into 4 stages, which includes first endemic normal, asymptomatic microfilaria case, acute filariasis and chronic filariasis. Endemic normal means the patient are normal, they are not infected by that parasite because they are immunologically resistant to that, or there is insufficient exposure to that. They are the endemic people. Asymptomatic microfilaria में क्या होता है कि they do not exhibit the symptoms, but इनके blood में microfilaria पाया जाएगा, but which is not causing any problem, so they are asymptomatic, remain asymptomatic. In cases of acute filariasis के केस में क्या होता है, there is a recurrent episodes of filarial fever which is a high grade fever, and we see some lymphatic inflammations mostly involving the lower limbs as compared to the upper limb. एंड इसमें इस केस में जो लिम्फ नोड्स हो जाएंगे वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा फर्म, टेंडर मीन्स when we touch the lymph node they painful, and the lymph nodes enlarge, and there is a transient local edema is seen, and dermatolymphangiosis is seen, means plaque-like lesions over affected skin are seen. And in case of chronic filariasis, as we know, this chronic filariasis is develops after 10 to 15 years of इन्फेक्शन. 10 to मतलब इन्फेक्शन से 10-15 साल बाद ये डेवलप होता है. ये डेवलप क्यों होता है? इट इज़ ड्यू टू द इम्यून रिस्पॉन्स अगेंस्ट द डेड वर्म्स. इसी वजह से ग्रेनुलोमा फॉर्मेशन, फाइब्रोसिस ऑफ द लिम्फ वेसल्स अकर विच अल्टीमेटली लीड टू व्हाट? पैडल एडिमा. And as we can see, hydroceles is the most common manifestation of the chronic filariasis, in which the accumulation of the clear straw-colored fluid inside the tunica vaginalis of the testes is seen. And we see the elephantiasis and chaliuria. Chaliuria means it is a pus cells presence in urine due to the destruction of the lymph vessels around the renals. And we see elephantiasis with a lower limb swelling. अब हम बात करते हैं किसकी? लिम्फेडिमा. इसमें लिम्फेडिमा कैसे होता है, मतलब केसेस टाइप क्या होता है. इनिशियली हमें पिटेड टाइप का लिम्फेडिमा देखने को मिलता है, which is a type 1, which ultimately become non-pitting type and irreversible, which lead to stage 2, and it becomes then Brownie lymphedema, which means the skin over that is become thickened, which is of stage 3, and ultimately fibrosis and fissuring occur, which lead to the stage 4 of lymphedema. And we talk about the second clinical manifestation, that is TPE. TPE क्या था हमारा? TPE था हमारा क्या? ट्रॉपिकल पल्मोनरी ईओसिनोफिलिया, और इसी को हम क्या कहते हैं, और ऑकल्ट फिलेरियसिस। इसमें क्या होता है कि फिलेरियल एंटीजन है, लाइक माइक्रोफिलेरिया का जो एंटीजन है उसके अगेंस्ट एक हाइपर सेंसिटिविटी रिस्पॉन्स देखने को मिलता है, एंड they are cleared from the bloodstream and filtered and ultimately lodged and destroyed in the lungs, and which initiate a allergic response. In third manifestation is immune complex mediated manifestation. इसमें क्या होता है कि जो इम्यून कॉम्प्लेक्स बना वो अलग अलग जगह डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा, डिफरेंट टिश्यूज़ में डिपॉजिट हो जाएगा. इम्यून कॉम्प्लेक्स गेट डिपॉजिट इन किडनी, मेनली इन किडनी एंड जॉइंट्स. वो जब किडनी में डिपॉजिट होगा तो वो रिजल्ट करेगा नेफ्रोटिक सिंड्रोम. नेफ्रोटिक सिंड्रोम कैरेक्टराइज्ड बाय प्रोटीनूरिया and other manifestation like hypertension, lipiduria, and hematuria and proteinuria. In the joints, it affecting the joints, resulting in filarial arthritis, inflammation of their joint. So नीचे हम देख सकते हैं कि ये इमेज शो कर रही है हमें एलिफेंटियासिस. इसमें जो इसका लोअर लिम है वो स्वेलन हो गया है, लोअर लिम swelling. एंड देयर इज़ अ हाइड्रोसील जिसमें हम देख सकते हैं कि जो ट्यूनिका वेजिनैलिस है उसमें एक क्लियर स्ट्रॉ कलर्ड फ्लूइड डिपॉजिट हो गया है. ये दोनों ही किसके मैनिफेस्टेशंस है? ये दोनों ही क्रॉनिक फिलेरियासिस के मैनिफेस्टेशंस है. ठीक है. एंड फॉर ट्रीटमेंट वी यूज़ ड्रग ऑफ चॉइस इज एल्बेंडाजोल. एल्बेंडाजोल इज़ अ drug of choice. The dosage is around 400 milligram twice daily for 21 days. And we also can use ivermectin, which is given 0.4 milligram per kg single dose. Use doxycycline and penicillin as an additional supplements. So this is all about Boucheria bancrofti filariasis.